The news starts now. AM 1240 and 95.3 FM. WJON.
Good morning. WJON News Time is 5:32 and we're at 42 degrees. I'm Jay Caldwell. Weather today should see a high of 56, mainly cloudy, chance for scattered showers, northwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. I'll have details on the weather forecast following WJON News. News is brought to you by H&S Heating and Air Conditioning and Farmers and Merchant State Bank. 2 Hennepin County Sheriff's deputies were injured in an exchange of gunfire Wednesday morning while serving a felony warrant in the west metro suburb of Minnetonka. The deputies sustained non-life-threatening injuries, and a 28-year-old man is dead. Hennepin County Sheriff DeWanna Witt.
Assaults against law enforcement are becoming increasingly common in Minnesota. They have doubled since 2017. This has got to stop.
The deputies have not been identified, but Witt said they were 8 and 21-year veterans of law enforcement. The Minneapolis City Council is set to debate this morning at 9:30 on pushing the start date of a controversial Uber-Lyft driver pay ordinance back 2 months to July 1st.
Observers say there are probably the votes on the city council to do that, but prospects are less certain for changing the per mile and per minute rates to amounts recommended in recent reports by the state and city, respectively. Democrats at the state capitol have been negotiating behind the scenes on statewide minimum pay for rideshare drivers, reportedly with different rates for the Twin Cities and Greater Minnesota. Republicans at the legislature want to totally repeal the Minneapolis ordinance. Democrats say that would circumvent their goal, namely fair wages for drivers, while still making it financially possible for rideshare companies to operate. Bill Werner reporting.
A spokesman says Uber would continue to operate in Minneapolis until July 1st if the effective date of the ordinance is pushed back. Meanwhile, 4 new rideshare companies are seeking licenses to operate in Minnesota's largest city. Members of the Central Minnesota Violent Offender Task Force made a large drug bust in St. Cloud yesterday. Officers used a knock-and-announce search warrant at a home in the 2000 block of 15th Street North. It was part of a larger investigation into the distribution of fentanyl-laced pills in central Minnesota. The pills, commonly called M-Box 30 pills, have been linked to overdoses and overdose deaths in the St. Cloud metro area recently. Officers were able to confiscate 4,200 suspected fentanyl pills and ammunition. 21-year-old Deshaun Ullman was booked into the Stearns County Jail on suspicion of first-degree drug possession and being a felon in possession of ammunition. He has a previous felony drug conviction from 2023, which makes it illegal for him to have a gun or ammunition. It's Severe Weather Awareness Week in Minnesota, and today is Tornado Drill Day. Counties across the state, including Stearns, Benton, and Sherburne counties, the sirens are a test of the civil defense system, but also allow schools and families to develop a plan in the event of a real tornado warning. The siren test will be at 1:45 and 6:45 p.m. today. The National Weather Service reminds you that the counties own, operate, and maintain the sirens. The National Weather Service does not activate them, but rather it's the counties who set their policies on when to activate them. Generally, the sirens are sounded for 3 to 4 minutes at a time and are not sounded the entire duration of a warning. Rocori area schools para-educators have voted to authorize a strike. SEIU Local 284 members filed a notice to strike with the Bureau of Mediation, which means the union could start the strike anytime between April 19th and May 8th if the two sides cannot come to an agreement. Cold Spring Elementary paraeducator Julia Knop says they have been close to reaching a deal, but they are moving to strike because they are serious about being respected as essential employees of the district. Rocori Superintendent Kevin Enerson says it is basically down to the financial package, and they're really close to a deal.
The district always is looking, how do we make this attractive to new employees, and employee groups are always looking at how do we honor those who've been here for a number of years. So it's sometimes you just have differing views of where the money needs to go, and we're just trying to work through that so that everybody, gets something out of the deal.
Enerson says they will continue the negotiations at mediation in the next 7 to 10 days and hopefully come to an agreement then. The two sides have been in talks since June 15th of last year. SEIU Local 284 has 78 paraeducators that cover schools in Rockville, Cold Spring, and Richmond. Students at Ricori High School are getting to go a cut above with the school's new meat cutting class. The school received a $40,000 grant from the Minnesota Department of Agriculture last year to help start the class. Kids started cutting meat this week after 2 weeks of safety training and learning about the different retail cuts of meat. Agricultural instructor Tamara Berger says the class will let the students get a head start in an industry that is looking for workers.
The industry is really needing those jobs and those people that are interested and wanting to learn. And so I think this is the best thing that we can do for continuing to have our meat industry be successful.
Berger says the kids have been working on a hog to start, and she hopes to be able to get to the chickens before the 6-week course is done. She says the school will be getting a processing permit too, so they can sell the retail cuts to students and parents to help cover some of the class cost. For the first time in its 12-year history, the Red Talks will happen on the College of St. Benedict campus. The annual Red Talks features fun, short, and engaging discussions on many topics, all in the popular TED Talk format. 6 current and former students will present their thoughts starting at 5:30 p.m. today in the Gorecki Family Theater. There is no charge for current students, while tickets for alumni, faculty, staff, and friends are $10. For a list of presenters, their topics, and a link to purchase tickets, find the story online at WJON.com. WJON News Time is 5:38. It's 42 degrees. News is brought to you by H&S Heating and Air Conditioning and Farmers and Merchant State Bank. Weather forecast is coming up next.
WJON radar weather.
WJON weather forecast for St. Cloud and for Rockville. High today 56, mainly cloudy. Chance for scattered showers late this afternoon. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Tonight, low 37, clear skies, slight chance for scattered showers. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Tomorrow, high 59, mainly clear. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Tomorrow night, low 36, clear skies. 74 the high Saturday, mainly clear. Sunday, high 73, sunny skies. Monday, high 71, partly cloudy. 62 on Tuesday, cloudy with scattered thunderstorms likely. And then 60 on Wednesday, cloudy skies with a chance for scattered rain showers. Right now we're at 42 at WJON. The official high at the St. Cloud Airport yesterday was 71, low was 35. We had 0.05 of an inch of rainfall yesterday. The average high temperature for this date is 52, average low is 31. Record high temps at a 1968 of 82. Record low set a 1940 of 10. Right now, 42. Time for a better life here on WJ.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.